Hello, my beautiful collective. My name is Calum. I'm an empath, a psychic, and an oracle of sorts. I don't really know why I'm recording this video today. Um, Spirit kind of told me to just have a conversation with you guys. And this isn't necessarily a reading. It's not necessarily not a reading. Um, I feel like it's kind of just a chance for us to talk. Maybe get to know one another, talk about the things that are coming in. Um, I feel like Spirit is having me. Yeah. This is kind of like a pep talk, all right? Because things are like if this found you, it was meant to find you. I think in some miraculous sort of way, you were meant to find this video, and you were meant to hear this message. After today, nothing is going to be the same. Everything is going to change for the better. I think there's a lot of really beautiful things coming in, but Spirit wants you to be ready for it. I think that there's going to be a lot of I don't want to say opposition, but there's going to be some people who are going to look at you on this path, going to look at the things that you are achieving, and they're not going to know what to say. It's this I'm just seeing people looking at you and being like, how the fuck did they end up here? How did they get to this point? Where did they come from? You're about to do something really great, really big and miraculous, and I get this I feel like you're about to change the world in some sort of way. It may feel small at first, but this is something that's going to build up over time. I think that Spirit's been kind of taking you through these little side side quests for a while, learning these little bits and pieces of your journey. You've been slowly, it's like bit by bit you're being forged into the person that you want to be, into the soul that you were meant to be, the guide that you're meant to be. And you didn't realize it at first. It's been very much this you getting not necessarily thrown, but you've been going left and right in these different environments that weren't meant for you, but you were meant to go into them to learn something from them. You had to go into these environments where you weren't fully appreciated, where people wanted you to be something that you weren't, so that you could learn this sense of what you want to be and what you don't want to be. And I think the last few years, I'm hearing since 2021, maybe even past that, you've just been put in situations left and right where you're like, why is nothing working out for me? And it's so that you could get to here. You had to have these experiences, you had to learn on your path, and you had to be around people that didn't fully appreciate everything you have to offer, so that you could provide that appreciation for yourself, so that you could feel worthy in your own right. Now, um I pulled a bunch of cards, and I'm just going to talk about them randomly. We're not going to this is kind of a loosey goosey channeled message. But I pulled two animal oracle cards, two animal spirit oracle cards, and one of them is the red fox, which speaks of strategy. And see, I think that there's this aspect of yourself where for a while, I think you may have thought to yourself that nothing feels right. It's like I feel like you've had this really strong sense of doubt in the past, where you just felt like everything was going wrong, and that you didn't have um I don't know, I feel like you just felt very lost. You felt like you didn't have a purpose. And um the funny thing about that is you had to go through this era of misdirection and feeling lost, so that you could learn that you were protected, the lioness, that Spirit actually had your back the whole time, and that the situations you were put in weren't actually to cause you harm. They were to build you up, to make you understand how powerful and how beautiful you are. And to also show you that in all of these situations where people tried to tear you down, they can't tear you down. You were put there to take what you need and go, and show you that anybody that is trying to work against you doesn't have any power over you, and you don't have any power over them either. It's just that you are both existing in this. It's like, how do I describe that? It's like the universe is just so much more vast than any one of us, and that we're all here interacting with one another to follow our higher purpose, one way or another. And sometimes that involves hurting one another. You may even have been someone who's made mistakes in the past where you've hurt people. And I think there is this aspect where you've been really hard on yourself, and you've had to, that again, that was all a part of this divine plan. The universe, spirit, has been orchestrating this divine plan to make you this unstoppable force. And that involves making mistakes so that you could learn, so that you could be everything you were meant to be. And that involves missteps, like I said. Now, some of the cards that I pulled the Lovers, Strength, and the Psychonaut. And I do feel like there's some sort of union coming your way. Now, this is going to be different for everyone. It's going to show up differently for every person. But I feel like you've been on a big journey when it comes to love and relationships. I get the sense that you've been around a lot of people who have hurt you in the past. You may have gotten yourself involved with partners who only wanted to take advantage of your light, that wanted to make you feel less than and keep you like stuck with them. They wanted to dim your light, make you feel worse about yourself so that you never wanted to leave, so that they could keep you stagnant and stuck to them. I think there may have been many situations that you got stuck in, these karmic cycles that you had to go through to learn your lesson, to learn that you have worth outside of other people. And the Psychonaut tells me that you've spent a lot of time going within. You've had to kind of re-identify who you are internally. And I think that this has prepared you for whatever this blessing that is coming in. And I think that may be some kind of relationship. And it may not be the case for everyone. I want you to use your discernment and follow your intuition. What resonates for you. Don't make this fit if it doesn't align with your story. But I also pulled the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I think you're ready to, if it isn't union, to accept that you are lovable. I think it's a pattern that has been hard for you to overcome, is feeling worth it. Feeling like you are deserving of love in your own right. I think I'm getting this sense that there's been a pattern in your mind that you can only be lovable if you have something to provide. And I think that's due to these people in your past. It feels like these energies that made you feel like you served a purpose for them. It like forced you into this cycle of being like, if I don't work myself to death, if I don't burn myself out for my person, then I'm not deserving of love. It's like you had to earn love in your past. That could even be rooted in deeper trauma from childhood. And I want to extend my heart to you and let you know that you are worthy of love without any pretense. You are lovable in your own right. And not only that, you have worked so hard your whole life. And that isn't to say that you did that so that you could be loved. Even if you didn't do all of the work that you've been through, you are still deserving of love. But not only that, you have done all of this work. You have navigated situations where you were made to feel less than, and you came out with a forgiving heart towards those situations and people, and a forgiving heart to yourself. And that's why you are now stepping into this time of ease, comfort, and reward. Like you've done it. Okay? Like you've done it, and I'm so proud of you. I need you to know that you're safe, and that those people that hurt you in the past can't hurt you anymore. And I think it's actually like a part of their karmic lesson to watch you shine with ease and comfort, just for the sake, just like you get to just be you and live as the vibrant, beautiful being that you are, and they have to watch that happen. These people that took advantage of your energy. But know that you're worthy. Know that you are enough. Know that you are safe. And know that your prayers have not gone unnoticed. Okay? Your prayers have not gone unnoticed. This is the call of the last battle. And you are more than prepared. Now, what is this last battle? I've been seeing 777 a lot, and 333, 222 as well. There's some mental energy, some mental turmoil. I was doing a spread for myself earlier today, and one of the challenges that came up was the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. And I feel like that's speaking to some kind of it's like a miscommunication that is going to descend into like a great fallout. And I do just want to preface this and let you know that my messages are never to um, incite any fear within you. Um, you need to know that you are protected no matter what happens. But you should be prepared for this, and know that um, some things might get confusing for a second. You know, I'm looking over at this light post, and I'm seeing this like triangle shape that's like rusted out on the lamp post, and right above it, it looks like there's this rain cloud. I almost feel like there's going to be a short period of time where you're going to be looking around, and it seems like you are being like punished. Things are going to feel very heavy, but it doesn't go without purpose. I In a reading that I just did, something we talked about was this like final purging. Um I need you to know that it's not the end. There's going to be some kind of chaotic time. A white cat could be significant. I Let me know if that resonates. I don't know, that just came through. But there's some kind of chaos that is like about to ensue. But the point of this chaos is not to tear you down. The point is to reveal. It's so that you can see who is whose intentions lie where. who is truly working in your best interest. Because I get the sense there's some people that are trying to play you for a fool. And Spirit's not having any of it. Spirit's seen the work that you've put in, and your prayers have not gone unheard or unanswered. And this is them answering the prayers. I think there's some kind of grand it's truly like the third act, like climax of the movie, where a, everyone is going to be everyone's cards are going to be put on the table for everyone to see. And this is so that you can basically prune these energies out of your life. And you don't even necessarily have to do it. I think Spirit's doing the work for you, and just like this is happening in front of you. I'm kind of getting this imagery that you have like a front row seat to this like grand finale. And you're not even necessarily affected by this fallout. It's more just you're going to be feeling the energy of it all, because you may be like an empathic, intuitive kind of person where you just have sympathy for the people that are going through this, but it's not anything that's actually affecting you. It's just around you, and you're kind of just observing this and seeing everyone reap the results of their actions. But you're going to be okay, and in fact, you're going to be more than okay. You're going to be coming out of this on top, and I think there's going to be something really special that comes out of this. I think through the chaos of it all, you're just going to be sitting there watching it, and then people are going to turn to you and be like, wait, why were you even involved in this in the first place? Like, I almost think people wanted to, like, drag you into something, and then they ended up just, like, shooting themselves in the foot. And it's like, why was your name ever even brought up? Like, it's clear that you are just this entity of light in the midst of this storm. And I almost feel like other observers of this conflict are going to see that as well. When we go back to this conversation of union, it's like somebody's going to see this go down, and it's like the clouds are going to clear, and you're just going to be on the other side of this battle. And it's like literally I'm seeing like beams of light, like just lighting you up. I don't know, like literally the spotlight will be on you. And the final card that is pulled here is the Three of Wands. And I think this fallout is taking place so that you can move forward without fear. You can move forward with just pure inspiration and excitement for what's ahead. And this may be with another person. I'm not going to guarantee that. I can't guarantee that. But at the very least, you're going to be at peace with yourself. It's like this battle is almost putting a war within to rest. So not only are you going to feel safe in your external world, but the chaos that may have been brought up within you due to being in all of these different places is going to finally be subsided. But also, it's not even like... It's like this balance is... like, I'm just imagining you being cast. Like, not like for a movie. Like iron casting. Like, you're being melted down, and then these like molten aspects of you that are all of the most beautiful and chaotic aspects of yourself are being like melted down and molded into one beautiful like molten being. I don't know, it's like all of the most beautiful aspects of your soul from the light and the dark are being fused into one gorgeous thing. I don't know how to like put that to words, and then you're being cast into your final form. The person that you've always been and you've always had the potential of being, but you just had to reach this point of pure you had to reach your melting point. I don't know. Maybe that's what this battle is it takes you to your melting point and pushes you to be this epitome of balance within chaos. It makes me think of the Vision quote, like the Marvel Vision quote, where he's like, humans have this tendency to think that chaos and order are separate things, that they can't exist at the same time. And I think you are truly going to show people that they aren't separate from one another, that opposites can exist at the same time and work in harmony. And I think that's a lesson that you're going to be teaching the world. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. At the very least, Spirit wants you to know that, like, no matter what is about to unfold, no matter the chaos that might appear on the surface, you're going to come out and it's going to be okay. In fact, it's going to be more than okay. I think that your path is is opening because of this chaos. And it's opening the door for you to be cast into the magnificent soul you've always been. But it's almost like this integration of your higher self into physical form. And I don't mean that in any sort of like out there sort of way. It's the higher self the is that balance. And it's truly like you are going to be living in alignment with all of the lessons that you've experienced, and you're going to be taking that to teach others and show that, like, the chaos is okay. But in order to know that, you have to go through the chaos and know that the chaos is okay. But the stress of it aside, know that you're safe, know that you're protected, and know that it all serves a higher purpose, and that your angels are watching your back, and that your frequency is like truly taking care of you. And it's not something that is like even beyond you. I know I'm even the person to say like it's beyond the physical, but like it's truly, it isn't anything outside of yourself. It's purely due to your experience and the way that you have handled yourself through all of your experiences. Every time that you have been pushed to a point where others would have stooped to lower levels of retaliation, you took it, and instead of reacting to it, you sat with it and allowed yourself to learn from it in some sort of way. And that's brought you to this final battle. I may have been repeating myself over this last little bit, but I'm purely just channeling whatever's coming through. I get the sense that something really good is on the horizon, though. I can't necessarily see past the fog of this chaos. There's all of this imagery of fog. I mean, in this card behind him, it's kind of like, or is that water? I can't really tell. The imagery is very lucid, but the fox is also sitting in this foggy atmosphere. And there's even this aspect of fog amongst the Strength and Psychonaut cards. This like hazy uncertainty. But you're not meant to see past this battle, because I think that something really special is going to come out of this. It's almost like in the past, something like this would have really knocked you off your feet and made you feel unstable or uncertain. But it's like as you go through this, you're going to take a look around and be like, I'm okay. Like, this isn't the end of the world, and you're going to see how beautiful this is. I'm not going to say anymore. I just need you to trust that everything's going to be okay, and know that not only do your guides have your back, the universe has your back, but you have your back, and that's a very special thing to have that not everybody has. And I want you to really sit with that and just have gratitude for where you are and how far you've come. Something that I've been hearing from some channels that I watch, some readers that I watch, is the need to look back at previous journal entries or some sort of documentation of yourself in the past and truly appreciate the person that you were, but also take note of how far you have come, because it has been, I don't think you fully realize how long it has been and how much you have evolved since the times that you were taken advantage of or hurt in the past. You are so much more than those experiences, and you are not the pain that has been brought to you. You are not your trauma, and I think you're fully aware of that, but maybe you needed that reminder. Remember, you're safe. I love you, and I hope you take care of yourself. This has been Full Mental Alchemy, and thank you for sitting with me. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by reaching out on Instagram at Full Mental Alchemy with an underscore before and after. You can also find my music in the description. I would love if you checked that out. I just released an EP and a song on Valentine's Day. I'd be very grateful. Yeah, I love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.